There's a chapter in the Tao Te Ching that most translations number as 50. It's short, a handful of lines, and it might be the most important thing anyone has ever written about death. Lao Tzu describes it like this: coming out into life, going back into death. 3 in 10 are followers of life, 3 in 10 are followers of death. And then he says something strange. 3 in 10 move from life to death because they grip life too tightly. That line stopped me the first time I read it properly. Not the ones who chase death, not the ones who chase life, the ones who hold on so hard to staying alive that the gripping itself becomes a kind of harm. I think about that a lot now. For most of my life, I was terrified of the death in the conventional way. Not of dying exactly, but of everything that death represented. Loss, ending, the unbearable thought of the people I love grieving me. That fear sat under almost everything. It made me cautious in ways that really weren't caution, they were avoidance. It made me hold so tightly to certainty, to control, to the idea that if I just managed everything carefully enough, the ending could somehow be kept at bay. Chapter 50 doesn't ask you to stop caring about life. It asks you to stop gripping it. There's a difference, and it took me a long time to feel it, rather than just understand it, intellectually. Gripping is fear wearing the costume of love. Caring is presence without the white knuckles. Lao Tzu describes a figure later in the chapter, someone who has moved through that understanding so completely that rhinos find no place to gore him, tigers find no place to claw him, weapons find no place to enter him. Not because he's invincible, because he has, in some essential sense, stopped giving death the kind of power that comes from fearing it. He's not reckless, he's just not gripping. I came to understand something about myself through that chapter, slowly, over a long time. I'm not afraid of death the way I used to be. I don't say that as something dramatic. I say it the way you would describe finally putting down a weight you didn't realise you'd been carrying your whole life. And the strange gift inside that loosening wasn't detachment from life. It was the opposite. Once I stopped gripping so hard, I found I could actually feel life properly, for what might be the first time. The golf afternoons with my sons, sitting with my father, the ordinary Tuesday mornings that used to pass by unnoticed because some part of me was always braced for the ending. This is what release actually means, I think. Not pretending death isn't real, not rushing toward it, and not white-knuckling against it either, just loosening the grip enough that life can finally be felt instead of defended. Coming out into life, going back into death, the whole of it held a little more lightly. Same blood,